Chapter 1. You are finally home. I acquired a gossip tracking system that informed me the world I lived in was actually a book. And I was the tragic side character, doomed to have the most miserable fate. The protagonist was Alicia Stone, a fake heiress showered with unconditional love by the Stone family. After rereading countless times about the Stone family's ridiculously irrational decisions and my own string of misfortunes, I made up my mind. I would stop hoping for familial love, respect their inevitable bankruptcy, and play along with the plot. The Stone family adored their fake heiress and looked down on me, their real one, who had been meekly surviving outside their home all these years. Sure enough, the moment I stepped into their house, I was barely through the door when my three brothers stood in my way. Even if you're our biological sister, Alicia is the only one we truly acknowledge. You need to understand your place and not covet things that don't belong to you. Even if you're our biological sister, Alicia is the only one we truly acknowledge. You need to understand your place. Before they could finish their sentence, they suddenly looked at me as if they had seen a ghost. They exchanged frantic glances and made strange faces. In my role as the unworthy real heiress, I simply responded, "Got it, understood, all clear." But inwardly, I couldn't help thinking, please, I've heard this lousy line so many times I could recite it in my sleep. If you don't respect me, it's fine. It's not like I'm desperate to be here. Do you think I have some death wish, walking into this mess willingly? Seriously, you lot are unbelievable. You wouldn't agree to let me stay away, but now that I'm here, you're unhappy about it. My third brother, Harvey Stone, raised an eyebrow at me with a mocking expression. He said, "Some people really need to stop pretending while secretly sabotaging Alicia behind the scenes." Oh, my temper's flaring up again. Serves this sharp-tongued jerk right if he ends up losing everything, even his dignity, I said inwardly. His scowl deepened as he suddenly grabbed my shoulder with surprising force. "Harvey, are you asking for trouble? Is this how you treat your sister?" A middle-aged man's stern voice sounded behind us. "You nice." A graceful middle-aged woman rushed toward me and wrapped me in a tight embrace. "My precious daughter, you're finally home." I glanced at them and thought smugly, my parents are actually pretty good-looking. No wonder I inherited their stunning genes. The woman holding me stiffened slightly. Her gaze flitted between her silent sons and me before she hesitantly said, "You nice, I made soup for you. Let's go home and have dinner." My father, Thomas Stone, chimed in. "I told these useless boys to bring you inside, but here you are, still standing outside. I'll deal with them later." What a pity. Such kind parents, but in the end, they'll still turn their backs on me because of the heroine's manipulation. They'll refuse to acknowledge me, and their fates won't be any better. Madness for one, death for the other. Alas, the Stone family is truly cursed. At that moment, everyone froze in place. My mother's grip on my hand tightened so much that her nails left red marks on my skin. "Mom," I asked, startled. She quickly let go, giving me an awkward smile as she scanned me from head to toe. "Eunice, are you feeling okay? Anywhere uncomfortable?" I shook my head obediently. "No, I'm perfectly fine. Though I can't say the same when I look at your three biased, brainless sons," I thought. "Eunice Stone." Harvey barked my name with his usual hot-headedness. "What now? I was standing here quietly, not even saying a word about you, and you're losing it again." "Harvey." Thomas shot a sharp glance at my eldest brother, signaling him to restrain the fuming Harvey. "Eunice, ignore him. Let's eat." Finally seated at the dining table, I eagerly prepared to dig in, only for someone to ruin my appetite. My second brother, Jimmy Stone, placed an empty bowl beside him and spoke slowly. "Eunice, you're probably aware there's another girl living here now. Her name is Alicia. She's not in good health, so I hope you can get along with her and be more accommodating." The rest of the family stayed silent, clearly agreeing with him. "All right," I said calmly. "Here we go again. My so-called dear brother, who's actually nothing more than the heroine's loyal lapdog, is back with his usual warnings. Isn't this all just because she was born premature and a bit frail? That was years ago. She has long recovered. She's just faking it now, milking it to keep you fools wrapped around her finger. Honestly, I can't stand how gullible these brothers of mine are." Before I could mentally rant any further, a light, sweet voice drifted down the staircase. "Dad, Mom, guys." Like clockwork, my parents and brothers stood up, as if the family's little princess had descended from heaven itself. My mother, Natalie Stone, glanced anxiously between me and Alicia, as if worried I would fail to get along with the fake heiress. Outwardly, I stayed as composed and serene as ever, but in my head, I had a soundtrack playing just for her grand entrance. Here she comes, strutting toward us with the cheerful stride of someone about to bring ruin and chaos to this household. Chapter 2. She tried to hurt me in secret. Alicia noticed the unusually tense atmosphere downstairs and smiled faintly, moving in as if to hug me. "So this is my little sister. Welcome home," she said warmly, her tone light and cheerful. As she spoke, she flitted toward me like a butterfly, aiming to throw herself into my arms. Instinctively, I sidestepped. Good thing I moved fast, I thought. If I hadn't dodged, that needle in her hand would have ended up in me, and knowing myself, I'd have reacted without thinking and shoved her back. Then, the family would have accused me of bullying her over my so-called grudge about our backgrounds. That would have sealed my fate, setting the stage for me to be kicked out of this house down the road. Such a schemer. She must have been some devious old hag reincarnated in her past life. Alicia froze mid-pounce, her expression briefly stuck in an awkward grimace before she lost her balance and fell on the dining table. A mess of soup and drinks spilled all over her, soaking her from head to toe. Drenched and visibly shaken, she shot me a pitiful look and doubled down, her voice trembling as she played the part to perfection. "Eunice, do you hate me? Is it because I took your place? I understand, I really do. You have every right to resent me, but I love Mom, Dad, and our brothers so much. I don't want to leave them. Please don't make me go." For a moment, everyone stood there in stunned silence, unsure of what had just happened. But sure enough, someone fell for her act. Harvey stormed over, his face livid as he helped her up. "Eunice, what's wrong with you? Why did you dodge her? She was just trying to say hello." I rolled my eyes inwardly. Only an idiot wouldn't dodge that. Did you not see the needle in her hand? Honestly, she should have stuck it in your eye to drain that waterlogged brain of yours. Blinking innocently, I shrugged. It was just a reflex. Alicia, still dripping and looking utterly miserable, tried to defend herself. Mom, Dad, I didn't. But before she could finish, Harvey cut her off. Eunice's been in the entertainment industry for years. God only knows how filthy her heart is. Why would anyone believe her? Alicia curled up in his arms, a faint, mischievous smile tugging at her lips as she shot me a provocative look. She was just waiting for me to lose my temper and start shouting. Well, excuse me. So it's my fault I'm in the entertainment industry now, huh? Let me remind you, this whole family of yours is already neck deep in it. Your eldest brother some hotshot CEO, your second